Okay, a very good morning. Selamat pagi kepada semua. Harap semua dah breakfast dah already uh, semayang dan sebagainya. Jadi untuk hari ini kita akan mulakan dengan sesi kami seperti biasa, iaitu untuk fundamental analysis dan juga technical analysis. Sepertinya yang kita tahu, as we know basically that this week sebenarnya Cikgu Hafiz memang busy ya. Semalam saya pun busy juga kerana saya berada di KL sebenarnya ya. Dan di sana sebenarnya kita tengah membincangkan bagaimana untuk membawa wealth trade lebih kepada pasaran market ya. Dan for today basically untuk hari ini apa yang kita akan buat, kita akan bincangkan apa news-news yang sangat-sangat penting untuk anda lihat di dalam market dan apa sebenarnya fundamental factor yang sangat penting yang anda boleh lihat di dalam market. Dan kemudiannya kita juga akan melihat kepada technical analysis, iaitu untuk intraday. We are using the intraday trading basically. So I will be providing all the information through investing.com for today. Yeah. So I have my own way, saya ada cara saya sendiri dan probability untuk menang di dalam market adalah lebih kurang 80 ke 85%. So it's about 80% to 85% if let's say you go with this strategy. Okay. So pertamanya saya akan share screen dulu. Okay, sebelum saya lupa saya selalu lupa untuk share screen Jadi hari ini saya takkan lupa untuk share screen. Sekiranya ada sebarang soalan anda boleh bertanya di chat messages. Okay. Jadi seperti yang anda dapat lihat di sini, ini adalah Forex Factory. Okay. So kita ada kawan baru di sini iaitu Mr. Dr. Rahman. So jadi hari ini dia akan berada dengan kita untuk sebenarnya mengetahui lebih tentang fundamental analysis dan juga tentang technical analysis. Jadi seperti yang kita tahu, if let's say we are looking at the Forex Factory, hari ini adalah 24 hari bulan 11 2022. Jadi seperti yang anda dapat lihat di sini, ini adalah Thursday. Jadi kita akan melihat kepada news yang paling penting pada hari ini. Jadi news ini terbahagi kepada 3. Pertamanya ialah high impact news, medium impact news, dan juga low impact news. There is a high impact news, there's a medium impact, and also there is a low impact news. Usually in the market, we will actually focus on the high impact news and also the medium impact news. Okay, sekarang ini kita akan fokus kepada high impact news dan juga kepada medium impact news. Jadi seperti yang anda dapat lihat di sini, sekiranya kita tengah trade gold, jadi news yang paling penting adalah untuk kita melihat kepada US dollar. US dollar. Kerana gold sangat bersangkut paut dengan US dollar dan mempunyai correlation dengan US dollar. This is because that it has a correlation with the US dollar for gold. If let's say you are trading for gold basically. So it is important for you to understand what the currency is basically doing as well. So firstly, kalau anda dapat lihat di Thursday November ini, anda mempunyai satu news yang dipanggil sebagai FOMC meeting minutes. So what is this FOMC meetings all about? Apa sebenarnya FOMC meeting ini sebenarnya? FOMC meeting minute ini sebenarnya adalah untuk membincangkan apa yang akan berlaku di Disember. What is going to happen in December. So seperti yang kita tahu sebelum ni, Federal Reserve sebenarnya katakan yang bahawa mereka akan mengurangkan interest rate mereka kepada 50 basis point daripada 75 basis point sebelum ini. So that means they are actually in the clarification whether if they want to put it at 50 basis point or they're going to put it at 75 basis point. So if let's say they go for 50 basis point, so likely US dollar is going to come down. If they go for 75 basis point, that means US dollar is going to go up. So kalau kita tengok negara US ini adalah sedikit berbeza cara dia. Kerana kalau kita melihat di negara-negara lain, kalau inflasi mereka tinggi, makanya value currency mereka akan rendah. Tapi kalau kita melihat kat US ni, dia adalah terbalik. Kalau inflasi dia naik, So that means dia punya duit pun akan naik. Yeah, when the inflation rate climbs up, so US dollar also climbs up. This is because they are able to actually print more money. Yeah, mereka boleh cetak banyak duit dan kemudian mereka mempunyai Federal Reserve yang sebenarnya boleh control interest rate mereka. Yeah, Central Bank mereka sangat berkuasa ya. Jadi FOMC meeting minutes ni adalah sangat penting dan seperti yang anda lihat di sini kita ada beberapa news yang kita boleh fokus on. Okay, tapi selalunya seperti yang anda tahu saya tak selalu lihat kepada news di sini. Tapi tiada masalah sekiranya anda ingin baca news daripada sini ya. Okay, jadi itu yang saya nak bagi tahu tentang news untuk FOMC meeting sini dan apa sebenarnya dia punya outcome daripada FOMC meeting minutes ini. Itu yang pertama. Okay, saya akan terangkan lebih lanjut nanti. Dr. Rahman, are you okay? Basically, if I speak in Malay, you're fine?
Yeah, I'm okay, no problem.
You can understand, no problem,
Yeah, I can understand.
Okay, that's great. Okay, cool. So Cesar okay, no problem, Yeah, Cesar it's good. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, jadi kalau kita melihat kepada Thursday Thursday ni kita lihat ada satu news FOMC meeting minutes dan kemudian kalau kita lihat sini kita ada bank holiday. Jadi seperti yang kita tahu hari ini adalah bank holiday untuk US sebenarnya ya. It's a bank holiday untuk US. Makanya kita tahu bahawa pergerakan market tidak berlaku banyak ya di pasaran US sebenarnya ya. Dan bagaimana ini sebenarnya efekkan kepada gold ialah apabila pasaran US tidak bergerak dengan sangat baik, makanya dia mempunyai correlation di mana dia akan membantu gold untuk naik. Ya. Adalah penting sebenarnya kita memahami satu perkara di dalam fundamental analysis iaitu correlation analysis. Ya. Apa-apa saja yang mempunyai correlation, dia pasti ada impact kepada gold sebenarnya ya. Okey. So jadi yang seperti yang apa anda dapat lihat kita tak banyak news untuk hari ini. Tapi saya nak cerita pasal semalam. Let's look at whatever that happens yesterday. Sebab yesterday kita tak ada kelas, tapi yesterday we have a lot of data yang sangat-sangat penting untuk kita lihat. Kita tengok bagaimana semalam, apa yang berlaku semalam dan apa yang berlaku hari ini ya. Yang seperti yang saya katakan. Seperti yang anda dapat lihat semalam ni, anda boleh lihat ada juga FOMC member Mr. Speak, but there is no confirmation yet dekat sini pada pukul 12 pagi Dan selain daripada itu anda ada medium impact news yang akan disupportkan oleh Bulat dan juga George. Okey. FOMC meeting ni sebenarnya semua yang bercakap ni penting tapi mereka akan lebih fokus kepada J Powell Apabila J Powell bercakap, makanya mereka cuma akan menyokong saja Makanya apa yang mereka cakap itu sebenarnya tidak mempunyai banyak impact compare to apa yang J Powell kata. Sebab J Powell adalah ketua tertinggi untuk FOMC ini, untuk Federal Reserve Bank. So seperti yang anda dapat lihat di sini kita ada medium impact iaitu core durable goods yang dijangkakan bagus iaitu berada di 0.5%. Makanya kita tahu US dollar ada kenaikan. Durable good orders di 1.0% ada kenaikan. Unemployment claims yang kita lihat sini adalah 240k Okey. Jadi kita dapat lihat yang bahawa dia ada unemployment claims yang sangat-sangat tinggi juga Kalau anda lihat apa yang difokuskan adalah 225k tapi apa yang dia dapat adalah 240k. Maksud dia ada perbezaan antara dua nombor itu tersebut. Di sini sebenarnya US dollar sebenarnya jatuh. Dan kalau anda lihat kepada PMI dia iaitu Purchasing Manager Index-nya, okey, yang saya nak terangkan ini adalah leading indicator. Okey. Paling pertama apabila anda melihat kepada news high impact ataupun medium impact adalah penting untuk anda mengetahui sama ada dia adalah leading indicator, is it a leading indicator, is it a lagging indicator or whether it is a coincident. But coincident sangat jarang untuk anda cari di sini. Coincident adalah perkara yang berlaku secara tiba-tiba di dalam market Kita sebenarnya memberikan news yang memang boleh memberikan impact di dalam market. So kalau dia adalah leading indicator, contohnya dia mempunyai impact short term impact is about 6 months to 12 months. Maksudnya short term impact dia, maksudnya medium yang kecil tu adalah di antara 6 bulan ke 12 bulan. Itu adalah untuk short term. Okay. Kalau untuk long term, dia adalah daripada 12 bulan ke 24 bulan. Tapi adakah dia punya short term itu boleh dikurangkan? Boleh. Kalau sekiranya dia mempunyai leading indicator yang lain yang boleh mengganggu leading indicator yang sebenarnya dah keluar. That means it can actually disturb the trend from the previous leading indicator. It can even be a lagging indicator that can even disturb the leading indicator as well. So it is very important, adalah penting untuk kita melihat sama ada dia adalah leading indicator ataupun lagging indicator. Leading indicator akan menentukan trend, sama ada trend akan menaik ataupun trend akan menurun. Dan lagging indicator akan sebenarnya confirmkan trend. So kalau anda nak lihat sama ada dia adalah leading atau lagging, unemployment claims is generally viewed as a lagging indicator. So as we can see, the unemployment claims here adalah 240k. Maksudnya kita tahu ada pengangguran yang tinggi. We have a very high unemployment rate. So which means that US dollar will actually drop at this current time. But if we look at the previous one, we can see that there is no any leading or lagging. So we don't have to very much go into it, but it's good for us to know what is actually happening in the schedule news. Okay, so kita boleh cari apa sebenarnya. Flash manufacturing is a leading indicator. Okay, leading indicator of economic health. Okay, so as you know here, flash manufacturing PMI is a leading indicator, ada kenaikan 46.2. Selepas ni dia akan sampai ke, okay, dia ada penyambungan, maksud dia ada kenaikan, dan kemudian apabila dia sampai ke sini, okay, saya nak tunjuk unemployment claims ni, anda boleh melihat yang bawah ini adalah penurunan. Jadi kalau anda lihat di chart, hari ini saya nak tunjukkan news berdasarkan chart supaya anda boleh faham sebenarnya apa yang berlaku. Saya nak tunjukkan dengan schedule dan bagaimana sebenarnya kita connect dengan chart. Okay, untuk 1 hour. Mungkin hari ini sesi kita lama sedikit lah, tapi tak apa, no problem. Jadi saya nak tunjukkan apa yang sebenarnya berlaku. Okay, sebab ini adalah cuma schedule news saja. Tapi saya nak terangkan nanti apa sebenarnya fundamental factor yang penting dalam sehari itu. Sebab schedule news, we can know. Because schedule is already scheduled at that particular timing. Dia ada dia punya impact dia pada timing itu ataupun sebelum timing itu sebenarnya. We already know that. So automatically we can take an advantage according to what is being forecasted. So we can actually go into the market. But untuk unscheduled news, which is also known as the coincident news, yang boleh berlaku secara tiba-tiba. Okay, for example, kalau kita lihat kepada coincident news, we can look at here. Okay, this news, you can just click on it, but I will be opening another one. So you can look at latest news. So you can see here, 52 minutes ago, US dollar sinks, Australian dollar soars. So that means we know that even from this particular news, this coincident news, we know that US dollar is basically sinking. And what is it correlation with gold is that the gold is basically going up. It's basically being bullish. So actually the correlation between US dengan gold adalah di mana sebenarnya kalau US dollar naik, gold pasti akan turun. Kalau gold naik, US pasti akan turun. Tapi ini adalah based on the past data. Okay, but that does not mean that this will happen all the time. Ada kadang-kadangnya di mana US dollar pun naik, gold pun akan naik sekali. Ada dia punya situasi dia, tapi memang jarang berlaku. Sebab dia gold ni adalah untuk hedging against inflation. It's hedging against inflation. Kalau inflation tinggi sangat, gold is made as the benchmark in order to actually hedge the inflation, untuk sebenarnya mengawal inflation. Jadi maksud dia kalau mengawal inflation, maksudnya US dollar tak boleh go up. Ya, US dollar tak boleh bertambah dalam value dia. Ya, jadi dia kena sebenarnya balance balance dengan gold. Okay. So, okay, this is the coincident news. Okay. So, I'm going to show you, okay, based on this. Kalau kita melihat kepada apa yang berlaku, apa yang berlaku pada, okay, pukul 9.30, sebab kerana kita lihat banyak news di sini, saya cuma nak terangkan pasal satu news saja, dan kemudian saya akan teruskan kepada fundamental factor. Okay. So, 9.30 ini, kalau anda lihat, anda ada satu news, core durable, iaitu anda boleh lihat 0.5%. So 9:30, let's look at 9:30. What happened 9:30 yesterday? 23. That's fine, 23 and 9:30. 9:30 and 9. So as you can see over here, around 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, we have an uptrend. Yeah, from 9:30 to 10 o'clock, we have an uptrend. Okay, and this uptrend, okay, that we are having, okay, based on the 1 hour chart, okay, for the 23, we can see here, okay, 9:30, we can see that we have two strong news, which is the core durable goods orders and also the durable good orders month to month. Okay, we can see that its impact, which is good for the market, has already impacted here as well, where we can see that there is a uptrend, basically in within this range. Okay, so some people, ada orang akan tanya saya, contohnya macam mana kita nak tahu range tu, how you want to know basically about the range, So kadang-kadang ni, this is something that is being forecasted. So when the forecast is out, so automatically people will actually react to the forecasting. So the impact actually will take much more earlier, usually, or it will actually follow according to the market at that time. So which means that kalau kita melihat kepada schedule news kita pada pukul 9.30 tu, makanya kita sebenarnya kalau dah forecastkan yang bahawa US dollar akan naik, kita check pada pukul 9.30 apa yang sebenarnya berlaku pada masa itu. Dan kita dapat lihat dekat sini yang candle tu menunjukkan bullish kerana dia mengikut data yang kita katakan di sini. Okey, tapi kalau 9.30 kan mesti ada up down dan sebagainya kan. Betul tak? Sebab ini adalah 9.30 dan saya tengok kepada 1 hour. Betul tak? Dan kalau kita lihat kepada unemployment claims, okey, kita lihat kepada unemployment claims, dia ada penurunan sehingga 10.45. Okey. So 10.45, jom kita tengok apa yang berlaku Seperti yang kita tengok sini ada penurunan Kita tengok around 10.45, around 11, 10.30 macam tu apa yang berlaku. So kalau 10 kalau kita melihat, okey, dia punya impact dia. Welcome Syarul. Okey. So dia punya impact dia kalau kita melihat ada sampai pukul 11 Ada sampai pukul 11 untuk kenaikan. Tapi kalau kita melihat, kalau kita nak melihat apa yang berlaku sebenarnya betul-betul, kita kena pergi dekat time frame yang lebih kecil sebenarnya. Jom kita lihat kepada apa yang berlaku di 30 minit Contohnya kalau kita let's take something berus dalam bahasa, okey, dalam bahasa lain. Keluarkan. Okay, let's use segi 4 dah. Okay, so we see here at around 9, around 10 so we just assume we just take around this area lah. Okay, we just take around this area and then we go to a much lower time frame. Let's say we are taking about 15 minutes maybe. Okay, about 15 minutes kita boleh melihat apa yang berlaku di sini. Kita ada penurunan, lepas tu kita ada kenaikan, lepas tu kita ada penurunan lagi, lepas tu kita ada naikkan, penurunan dan ada kenaikan. Tapi dia lebih menyokong kepada kenaikan pada trend ni Kalau kita melihat dia daripada sini ke sini, even if you draw a trend line also, you can actually see that it is actually going up It is actually going up. So that means the majority of the news was actually supporting, dia lebih menyokong kepada kenaikan kepada masa itu. Okay, jadi kenapa perkara ini berlaku sebenarnya memang betul kita ada up down, up down, up down. Benda ni memang biasa di dalam market sebenarnya. Okay. So perkara ni berlaku kerana news lah. Ya, perkara ini berlaku kerana news. Okay. Jadi saya sebenarnya nak terangkan. Okay, contohnya kalau anda melihat okay, flash services PMI, flash manufacturing 47.6 juga ada penurunan, dan kemudian new home sales, okay, 632, which is also untuk kenaikan. Kalau ni kita tengok 11 PM apa yang berlaku 15 minit lah. Okay, pukul 11 tengok apa yang berlaku. Nampak tak? Okay, pukul 11 ni kan, pukul 10.45 dia dah mula naik dah. Okay, dia dah mula naik dah, ada penurunan sedikit, tapi kemudian dia menyambung kenaikan dia. Dia menambung kenaikan dia. See, it just drop a little bit and then it goes up back. Basically because it is actually following based on the new home sales, and then also they have this revised UOM consumer sentiment. Okay, so this is where actually we see kita tengok macam mana sebenarnya dia punya impact tu kepada market tu sebenarnya. Okay, this is actually how we look lah at whatever that is being forecasted, and how actually we can see on the chart itself, yang kita boleh lihat kepada chart tu sebenarnya. Okay, ni benda yang saya nak terangkan. Okay, I just terangkan benda ni sebab hari ni paling penting ialah kita nak tahu apa sebenarnya trend untuk hari ni, dan apa fundamental factor yang penting untuk hari ni. What is the most important fundamental factor for today? What is actually going to affect the market really? What news is going to affect the market really? We need to know this, Okay, we really need to know this. Okay. But before that, in case if 11 to 11:30, okay, daripada pukul 11 sehingga 11:30, kalau tiba-tiba lah ada something lah datang 11:15, okay, around 11:15, kita tak tahu sebab kita tak ada news tu di schedule news. We don't have this in the schedule news. So then this actually we have to find for that news which is between 11 to 11:30. So for this 11 to 11:30, it will come under the core incident news. And this core incident news, as I told you, you will check the news, which I've opened a new one. Okay, I've opened a new one just now here. Okay, this is the calendar, this is the news. So you can see all the latest story over here. Okay, kenapa di sini? Kerana ini adalah penggabungan daripada semua currency yang penting. Okay, ini adalah penggabungan daripada semua currency yang penting. Okay, so that means you can compare the economy of the country with gold basically, because you can have the correlation. Okay, so you can see you have 52 minutes, you have 1 hour 40 minutes, you have 2 hours 22 minutes, because this news kat sini ni akan berlaku secara tiba-tiba. Akan berlaku secara tiba-tiba. Okay, let me saya dah terangkan sedikit lah. Okay, sekarang ni saya akan pergi untuk hari ni punya, because sebab saya kena bagi fundamental range untuk hari ni di mana anda boleh trade, dan juga bagi news yang penting untuk hari ni. Okay, so untuk news hari ni yang paling penting, we will look at the investing.com. Okay, saya gunakan dua ni. I use two websites, which is the Forex Factory and also investing.com. The reason why I use two websites is because saya nak dapatkan pengukuhan untuk news saya, dan kemudiannya saya akan dapatkan lebih confirmation di mana sebenarnya saya ingin trade, where actually I want to trade. Okay, so first and foremostly, what I do is that I go to investing.com. Okay, so I will choose gold spot US dollar. Okay, gold spot US dollar, you just click it. Once you click it, you will just come around here. You akan datang dekat sini, XAU USD. Okay, anda scroll saja di bawah. Okay, ni bawah technical analysis. Okay, I understand. Okay, in case if you press XAU USD, you will be able to come at this page. So once you come at this page, you just scroll down. Okay, you just scroll down, you will be able to see at least 3 news. Okay, at least 3 news. These news are very important news. Okay, these news are very very important news. Sekarang news inilah yang akan memberikan anda direction yang akan datang. Kalau anda scroll ke atas ni, anda lihat saja di sini, anda boleh melihat US stock inch higher as investor await Fed meeting minutes. Nampak tak? Dia ada kenaikan. Disebabkan news ini, kita mempunyai satu kenaikan di sini. Okey. Jadi US stock inch higher. US stock inch higher as investors await Fed meeting minutes. Okay. So what is the next news? Kita tengok ada tak share, tak ada. Okay, which means that the next impacting news will be this news. Okay, the next impacting news will basically be this news. Okay, saya akan bawa anda kepada news-news yang sangat penting untuk anda lihat di market. Okay, so you just click. Okay, just click kepada news ni. Okay, kita buka new tab. Okay, kita tengok apa news ni kata. Okay, dia ambil masa sedikit. Okay, seperti yang dapat lihat di sini 3 hours ago, benda ni berlaku 3 hours ago. Share rises, US Treasury yield drop, Fed minutes suggests slower rate hikes. There is already have 3 fundamental factors for us to look into. Dah ada 3 fundamental factor yang kita boleh lihat kepada sini. Pertama adalah share telah menaik. Okey, itu adalah fundamental pertama. Kenapa kalau share naik, apa yang jadi pada US dollar? Correlation dia ialah US dollar akan jatuh. Okey, nanti kita akan tengok share-share apa yang sebenarnya penting untuk kita lihat in correlation with the US dollar. That's first. Secondly, US Treasury yield drop. Okey, US Treasury yield adalah keuntungan US Treasury. Okey, itu adalah keuntungan negara dia. Okey, kita ada untuk 10 years selalunya lah. 10 years ataupun 2 years atau 4 years lah, depending lah basically yang tu kita akan baca dalam news ini, Treasury yield. Dan ketiganya adalah Fed minutes suggest slower rate hikes because this is due to the FOMC meeting that we saw just now in the schedule news. Okay, these 3 fundamental factors are very important. So share dan naik, US Treasury yield dah jatuh, Fed minutes kata yang dia akan kurangkan. Okay, kalau dia kata macam ni, apa yang akan berlaku? That means there are chances that gold actually will be higher. Yeah, that means gold will actually go higher. Okay, that's first. That's what you get lah basically just by reading the title. Yeah, benda ni kalau kita dah boleh master benda ni, kita dah boleh tahu dah. Daripada tajuk dia, kita dah boleh tahu dah apa yang akan berlaku. Yeah. Apa yang kita baca kat sini memang nampak banyak. It looks a lot, but trust me that this is all the fundamental factors that you need, basically. Because sometimes fundamentally, you will have to do related to the graph, you will have to actually check related to the summary and so many things. But here actually, it's already been summarized to you in the wordings, basically. So it's very important untuk kita lihat kepada 2 ke 3 news. Yeah, so that means you tak payah nak really very like stress yourself. You just go to the schedule news, see what are the schedule news, and then you come to the investing.com in order for you to see what is the actual thing that is happening. But some people ask me, ada orang tanya saya, okay, dekat Forex Factory pun kita boleh cek juga untuk dia punya news dan sebagainya. Memang boleh, memang betul. Tapi saya gunakan dua website, iaitu untuk investing.com dan Forex Factory kerana untuk pengukuhan. Ya, sebab kadang-kala saya melihat apabila especially the forecast and also especially the data which is given is slightly a little different with investing.com sometimes. So when I see there is any differences, which means that I cannot trust only to one website. It is important for me to use various websites basically, but how to say, just to make this easier, I found that investing.com and Forex Factory combination can make a very good trend for the market. Maksudnya saya mendapat tahu yang bahawa kalau saya menggabungkan Forex Factory dan saya menggabungkan investing.com, saya boleh mendapatkan news-news yang penting dan kemudiannya boleh membantu saya di dalam trade saya. Okay, so this is the reason kenapa saya menggunakan Forex Factory dan juga saya menggunakan investing.com. Okay, tapi kalau sesiapa, kalau if you feel that kalau anda rasa yang Forex Factory juga boleh membantu anda dalam trade, betul, memang boleh membantu, tak ada masalah. Tapi untuk pengukuhan saya akan selalu melihat kepada investing.com. Ya. Jadi ini adalah investing.com ini adalah untuk kita mengetahui apa yang akan berlaku. Ya. Apa yang akan berlaku. Okay, so for these share rises, let's see. World equity rose while US Treasury yields retreated on Wednesday after minutes of the Federal Reserve latest policy meeting showed US central banks looking to soon moderate the pace of interest rate hikes. Okay, so kita boleh lihat okay. Jadi kita tengok likely soon to be appropriate to actually lower the pace seperti biasa. This is just the explanation. Okay. US Labor Department on the Wednesday shows jobless claim increased more than expected. Okay, seperti yang kita lihat dekat schedule news tadi, okay, which is we have already forecasted that it is actually higher, about 244 if I'm not mistaken. Kalau tak silap saya. Okay, kalau kita lihat dekat Wednesday tadi, okay, kita tengok unemployment claim dia 240k because they actually forecasted to be at 225. But what we get was 240k. Kita dapat 240. Okay. So, benda ni sebenarnya keluar di investing.com juga. Okay. So, ini juga adalah satu fundamental factor juga. Okay. This is also a fundamental factor. So, we can see according to S&P Global, NYSE Flash, US Composite, PMI, Output Index. Okay. So I didn't really think there was any surprise. Okay, apa yang most important ialah we take all the key points. Okay, we don't have to completely read semua. Kita tak perlu baca semua sebenarnya. Tapi kita ambil dia punya key points. What is the most important key point? Like for example, okay, futures market of 50 basis point already in 70% into these minutes. Okay, for example so that means maksud dia ini adalah satu key point di mana market sebenarnya ada probability untuk meningkatkan kepada 50 basis points. Ya. Dan ini bakal berlaku bila? Okey, selalunya saya akan kata December. Sebab saya baca news setiap hari, so of course I will know because I keep track with the news. But some people will also ask where you can get it. Okay, you can see for December as well. Okay, you will be lucky. Kadang-kadang dia akan memberitahu di news itu sendiri yang bahawa dia akan berlaku di dalam Disember. Okay, so that means you already know already. So when you already know, then what will happen is that most of the investors will actually start to buy gold. Yeah, whenever this news comes out, so automatically the investors will actually start to buy gold. Okay. So you can see even though we did not reach December yet, we are still at 24. Kita masih dekat 24 lagi. Tapi disebabkan news-news ini yang keluar, fundamental factor ini yang keluar, maknanya impact dia telah berlaku lebih awal sebenarnya. Okay. So other than that, okay, MCI, MSCI, all country stocks were up. Okay, of course. Okay, European shares rose, of course, sebab US dollar jatuh. Okay. And then treasury yield jatuh. Okay, of course, we know that. Okay, benchmark 10-year notes were down 3.6 and 2-year notes. Okay, usually dia akan fokus kepada 10-year notes untuk US treasury yield dan juga mereka akan fokus kepada 2-year notes. Kalau kita lihat dia ada kejatuhan lah. Kalau ada orang tanya saya tentang percentage dan sebagainya, tidak perlu risau sangat. Don't worry about it. What is most important is that you just have to know what happens basically to the US Treasury yield. So once you know what happens to the US Treasury yield, whether it drops or whether it goes up, you automatically will know what actually happens to the US dollar. Yeah. Okay. And other than that, they akan beritahu lah has been hiking 75 basis point, which and it was unrealistic for them to continue at that pace. Very true, because US dollar has been strong for a very long time, and it is all due to the Federal Reserve Bank. Okay, benda ni adalah satu yang biasa dan kita boleh tengok okay, Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq Composite, okay. Ini adalah semua share-share, okay, yang sangat penting sebenarnya ya. Indices indices yang sangat-sangat penting yang sebenarnya juga sebenarnya ada correlation dengan gold juga. Kalau anda lihat dalam setiap news, anda akan selalu lihat Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq Composite ya. Okay, jadi kalau anda lihat kalau dia rose, okay, which means that the US dollar is dropping lah. Okay, oil prices fell more than 3%, of course. Okay, kerana kerana yang ni adalah disebabkan a continuous trade or volatile trading as a group of 7 G7 nations consider a price cap on the Russian oil above current market level. And gasoline inventories in US built by more than analysts expected. Okay, so that means we know that the US actually they have more inventories in terms of their oil, and at the same time because they are G7 nations considered a price cap dia sebenarnya kerana mereka mempunyai satu sanction yang berlaku sebelum ini based on the previous news. Kita ada satu news yang mengatakan sanction kepada Russian products dan ini yang berlaku sebenarnya yang mereka sebenarnya membuat price cap kerana of the Russian and Ukraine war. Okay, so recently we also knew that G7 actually had a meeting also previously in order to actually stop Russia from actually attacking Ukraine. Okay, so it's all basically based on that, and this is the price cap, and the oil prices fell about 3%. Okay, Brent futures fell also. Okay, US crude fell as well. US dollar fell. Okay, across the board after the 5 minutes. So this is very important. Whatever that is being repeated, apa yang di-repeatkan itu adalah fundamental factor yang sangat kuat. Dan lagi satu, kalau anda nak tahu dollar index ni adalah lagi satu benda yang sangat penting untuk anda lihat. Kalau anda nak tahu tentang kekuatan US dollar, anda juga boleh melihat kepada dollar index. Jadi dollar index ni akan memberitahu anda sama ada US dollar akan menaik ataupun akan menurun. So gold prices climb as the US dollar falls. Spot gold added 0.5, US gold futures gain 0.6%. Okay, this is apa yang dia tengah cakap lah about what actually happened. Okay, so from this 1 year, since we are actually looking at only this 1 year, this is the fundamental factor of where later on the direction of the market will be going. As we know that this is actually November, kita tahu ini adalah November, kita dah tahu dah yang bahawa Fed sebenarnya akan mengurangkan interest rate mereka. Kita dah tahu dah yang bahawa G7 meletakkan capping di atas Russian oil dan sebagainya. Dan juga kita tahu dollar index ni telah jatuh. Makanya kita tahu daripada sini itself that this trend is going to continue for some time. Trend ini akan continue for some time until there is any coincident news. Okay, where you will get this coincident news, as I said to you, you will get it in Forex Factory. Okay, you will get it in Forex Factory where you can check for the latest news related to US dollar. Okay, if you don't get any apa-apa news yang berkaitan dengan US dollar, okay, yang mengatakan yang bahawa US dollar akan naik, makanya trend dia masih tengah menurun untuk US dollar. Okay, dan bukan itu saja, anda juga sebenarnya boleh menunggu untuk news di investing.com juga You also can wait for the news in the investing.com juga. Okay, so because now currently dia tengah menunggu untuk news ini berlaku. It is waiting for this particular news to actually happen in the market. So once this happen, it will be automatically reflected here. So which means that you already know that actually what is happening here. Okay, treasury yield has dropped. 5 minutes already suggested a slower rate high. Share already rise. So that means this is not going to happen in short time that the US dollar is going to go up. Okay, so now sekarang ni saya nak terangkan tentang fundamental range. Sorry today I'm taking a very long time for fundamental, but no worries, I will also go for the technical analysis as well. Okay, we will finish it at around 11:45 today. Okay, so okay, let's go with the fundamental range. Okay, how do you basically look at fundamental range? How do you calculate fundamental range? Okay, fundamental range is actually very easy. Okay, sama ada either you boleh ambil sini days range. Okay, day range di sini iaitu di antara 174.9.07 sehingga 1754.54. This is the range for today, basically. Ataupun there's another way. If you're willing to do the work, okay, you can go to historical data under general. Go to historical data. Okay, you will be able to see here the open and also the high. Okay, so what you have to do is that there is one formula which is called as the frequency number. Okay, and the frequency number here is 5. Okay, so that means you can take about 5 numbers from the open, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you divide it by 5 for the open, and you take the high, iaitu 5 high ini, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, anda ambil bahagi dengan 5. Jadi open dengan high itu will be your fundamental range for the day. If let's say you take 10 of it, if you take about 10 of it, you still actually divide it by 5. You don't divide it by 10. Why is this so? Because this is actually following the concept of moving average. Okay. Contohnya, the most minimum moving average that we have is the MA5. Ya. Adalah moving average 5. Ya. Jadi anda sebenarnya boleh menggunakan formula ini untuk sebenarnya anda calculate days rate anda. Sekiranya anda tak nak gunakan cara ini, anda nak cara lebih senang, sebenarnya calculation dia tak banyak beza juga. There's no issues. You can go with the days range. Okay, you can go with the days range either here, okay, which is the 1749.07 to 1756.42, or you can automatically go back to the previous one. Okay, you'll see that you can use this range as well. So this range and this range is almost the same. Yeah, you can either see either one of it. Okay, and it's already been tested already that most of the range is actually happening within this range. Okay, so kalau sesiapa tanya saya, okay, ada tak dia boleh melebihi range ini? Okay, ada tak dia boleh kurang daripada range ini? Jawapan dia boleh. Memang boleh. Tapi saya sebenarnya memberikan range berdasarkan observation saya. Ya. Saya sebenarnya nakkan semua orang selamat di dalam market. I want everybody to be safe in the market. So when I give you the fundamental range, which means that you can trade within that range. Either you buy or you sell. This is based on your own technical analysis, basically. Yeah, but if you trade within the range, you would be safe. Ya, anda akan selamat. Ya, jadi kalau sekiranya anda melebihi range tersebut dan sebagainya, jadi you know, it's based on your own risk lah, actually ya. Okay. So okay, we are done for the fundamental analysis. We already know what is the trend. The trend will definitely be bullish, and we already know what is our base range. Okay, so is this in that way actually? Yeah, today I took a little bit time because I want to actually explain in a much detail. So this is how actually we go with it. Yeah, we go with it. So whatever that we just did sebenarnya, apa yang kita buat ni sebenarnya kita dah sebenarnya predict untuk intraday. This is the method for us to know what is going to happen for the day. As we know during this period of time that we are actually sitting over here at this time between 10:30 to 11:30. We are seeing the news, ya. Kita tengah melihat kepada news ini, dan ini adalah timing yang betul sebenarnya untuk anda melihat kepada intraday news. Ya, sebab tu kelas kita pun is exactly at that correct time untuk anda masuk kepada news-news yang penting sebenarnya. Ya, so okay, we already know now that the trend is bullish, and we already have our days range. Okay, that's it. Now sekarang ni kita nak pergi untuk technical analysis. Tapi sebelum tu saya nak tanya. Do anyone have any question? If you have any question, you can just type it. Boleh type di bawah, tak ada masalah. If anyone has any questions, maybe Dr. Rahman, Cesare, Cheryl, you have any question? If you have any, please tell me. Yeah, of course, yeah. Okay, I think I'll just need about 2 minutes. Oh, all is clear. Huh? That's great. That's great. Yeah. I just need about 2 minutes. I'll be giving you 2 minutes. And, you know, for rest, yeah, it's very interesting. Yes, it is. Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I'll be guiding you as well. Yeah, I'll be guiding you as well. Just rest for 2 minutes and I'll be back. All right, thank you. Yeah, we'll be starting in another 1 more minute. Kita akan mulakan dalam masa 1 minit lagi. Alright, tapi ambil masa, tak ada masalah. 11:28 pun boleh. Take your time, and then we will go for our technical analysis. We'll be heading to our technical analysis. Very interesting. Yes. Okay. So technical analysis, we will be heading to technical. Yes. Yes, Dr. Rahman. Yesterday article was bearish, right, on the gold. Yesterday it's likely, yes, I think so, yeah. Because based on what I wrote, it was actually bearish, actually. Yes. Because I think based on the fundamental factors, was given, it was actually more towards bearish, actually. But however, we can see that, that sometimes the changes basically happen because we have one coincident news which came up related to the Fed minutes, actually. So we can also see that due to the Fed minutes also, there is slight change which happened, actually, where it has to help to the goal actually increasing. Yeah. So sometimes, we predict, we predict based on what are the news that we are having. Yeah, kita akan predict kepada apa yang sebenarnya berlaku. Ya, dan itu adalah cara yang terbaik untuk kita predict. Tapi kadang-kadang kita boleh mendapatkan, satu coincident news yang berlaku secara tiba-tiba, di mana sebenarnya dia boleh menukarkan trend juga. Ya. So it is something like, okay, like for example lah, I'm going to Perak right now. Okay, so if I'm going to Perak right now, okay, I am expecting that I will reach there around, around 2 p.m. lah, for example lah. Okay, so with no jam, with no anything, so I will reach there by 2 p.m. Suddenly, meanwhile, I was going to Perak 2 p.m. So suddenly there's an accident. Okay, there's suddenly a congestion. There's something, suddenly a heavy flood comes up, and suddenly I have to, I have to turn my car and go back. So these are the things, that these little things, are things that happen suddenly, which we cannot, how to say, which we really can't predict. But however, one good thing is that about this way of actually us looking at is that we have a fundamental range which can keep us safe. Yeah. So this fundamental range which I take actually is actually to help us in order to actually be safe actually in the market. So if you are trading, let's say you are going for bearish in within it, so you still actually will be safe. Okay, if you are going for bullish also in within this range, you still would be able to save. Yeah. Okay, sure, Mr. Sarul. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a good day. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, okay. So, what happens here is that when we trade within the range, so we will be able to actually be safe, you know. And for example, if I'm using this road, for example, okay, I'm using this road to go to Perak, okay, I know that, you know, if I use this road, I would be able to actually shorten my distance in order to reach Perak, for example. The chances of here accident happening is very less, for example, or the chances for the road breakdown to happen is very less. So that's where actually the fundamental range actually really helps actually. Yeah. So this fundamental range is already actually comprising of the retracement, yeah, and also when you're heading towards the road, basically, or you're in within this fundamental range, you are actually safe, basically. Yeah. So that's how actually, you know, I provide my, how to say, I provide my fundamental range here. I have tested this range for many times. Yeah, I've tested this range for many times, basically. And I found it that, you know, it's working for now lah. It's really working actually. Yeah. Can we have some technical analysis and goal check? Sure, definitely, sure. Okay, I'll be going with the technical analysis, okay, for the goal, okay. So for technical analysis, okay, I have technical. Anda boleh lihat di sini technical. Anda tekan saja technical analysis, okay. Anda akan lihat di investing.com. Ini adalah cara saya lah, okay. Sebab saya tahu cara saya adalah berbeza, ya, kerana saya tak banyak menggunakan chart, ya, saya tak banyak menggunakan chart. Tapi saya ada cara saya untuk beritahu macam mana sebenarnya trend itu berlaku, okay. Jadi kalau saya pergi ke technical, saya nak trade untuk intraday. Ini adalah untuk intraday. This is basically for intraday trading. So first and foremostly kita lihat kepada daily. Okay. Investing.com kita lihat kepada daily. Okay. Pertamanya, first step is that we look at the Fibonacci. Okay. Why we look at Fibonacci? Because Fibonacci has a high probability of where price retracement basically happens. Okay, so when we cakap pasal, bila kita cakap pasal price retracement, okay, price retracement ni berlaku maksud dia support point, resistance point dan pivot point ada besar kemungkinan untuk dia sampai. Okay, ada besar kemungkinan dan probability untuk dia sampai ada. Okay, that's why we are using based on Fibonacci. So as we can see here, we have 3 support points, we have 3 resistance points, and also we have pivot points. Okay. So first and foremostly, okay, let's say we look at this data, how we are going to trade, sir. Okay. So okay, first and foremostly is that we see what our technical indicators is basically indicating. Okay, very easy, ya. Technical indicator kita mengatakan strong buy. Okay. Kalau dia mengatakan strong buy, maksudnya kita akan fokus kepada support point kita. Okay, but that's not the way actually, ya. That's not the way kita terus masuk, ya. No. Okay, this strong buy is actually based on all these technical indicators which is being listed here, which is the RSI, stochastic, MACD, ADX, Williams CCI, everything over here, and actually it gives you a summary where it's actually a strong buy. But there is another SOP, which means that you need to check with your higher time frames, which is the weekly and also the monthly. Okay. Let's see what that's our weekly and our monthly says regarding on the technical indicators. As we can see for our weekly, our technical indicators is basically saying a buy. And this is based on the technical indicators here. We have around 5 plus 2, 7, 7, 8, 9. We have around 9 indicators that we are using now. Okay, we are using 9 indicators here. So we have buy over here. And also if we look at monthly, our monthly is a strong sell. Okay. So that means we know from here that basically our daily and our weekly is supporting more towards the uptrend, which is the buy. Our monthly is basically supporting towards the downtrend, which is the strong sell. Okay, so we have 2, which is more supporting towards buy, and 1 is supporting towards sell. Okay. Okay, these are the only 3 time frames that I use for intraday trading. Okay, I don't use 1 minute, I don't use 5 minutes, I don't use 15 minutes, I don't use all the lower time frame. Saya tak menggunakan time frame yang kecil. Ya. Sebabnya saya pergi begini, sebab saya trade untuk intraday. Ya, saya trade untuk intraday. Okay. Sekarang ni I will be using another indicator which is known as linear regression. Okay, which is known as linear regression. And how do I use it? Linear regression, I will use it on the trading view premium. Okay, so what happens is that I just need to actually place linear regression. Okay, pemberitahuan. Okay, penunjuk. Okay, usually I use the English one, so you can just type linear regression. Linear regression channel. Just choose this. Okay, just choose this, and you will be able to get something like this. Okay. Okay, as we are seeing here currently. First and foremostly, the main SOP is that to look at the daily of what your indicator of your linear regression is basically showing you. Seperti yang anda dapat lihat di sini, anda boleh melihat yang bahawa trend anda adalah menurun. Okay, tadi technical indicator di sini mengatakan daily, mengatakan strong buy. Okay, sini mengatakan yang bahawa dia adalah downtrend. Okay, very good. We just want to know the trend, basically, no worries. Okay, so then we have to check with the weekly, as usual as what we did with technical indicator. Okay, we can see it's a slight downtrend as well. Okay, so when we go with our monthly, we can see it's a strong buy. Okay, so from here on, we know that there is actually a contradiction between what our technical indicators basically say and how actually the linear regression is basically forecasting at. Okay. So the most importantly right now, we need something to actually confirm. Okay, we need something to really confirm where is actually our direction really is. We don't know where is our direction. We have a strong buy in the daily, we have a strong buy at the weekly, and we have a strong sell at the at the monthly, yes. And when we look at our linear regression, apabila kita melihat pada linear regression kita di trading view premium, kita melihat yang bahawa kita ada dua time frame, iaitu daily dan juga weekly, yang menunjukkan downtrend, tapi monthly kita adalah uptrend lah. Jadi ini adalah satu confusion. Okay, so di sini kita akan menggunakan dua strategi tester, dua strategi tester yang dipanggil sebagai Bollinger Band strategy tester and also RSI strategy tester. Okay, so we just search kat sini Bollinger Band. Okay, Bollinger Band. Okay, Bollinger Band. Okay, let's go. Okay, Bollinger Band strategy. Click on this. Automatically, you will get something like this lah. Okay, I already have it here. Okay, you can able to see here. You will get the Bollinger Band strategy. Okay, all right. And another one more strategy that you have to use is basically the RSI strategy tester, which means that you are using RSI strategy. Okay, you can see RSI. I just put RS and you'll be able to see RSI strategy. So automatically when you click that, you will actually come to this, which is the RSI strategy and Bollinger Band strategy tester. Okay, jadi dia punya main SOP, the main standard of a procedure over here adalah untuk memastikan percent profitable untuk Bollinger Band strategy tester dan RSI strategy tester mesti melebihi 50%. Okay, kalau sekiranya dia tidak melebihi 50%, makanya time frame itu kita tak boleh ambil sebagai panduan untuk trend kita. Okay, we can't take that time frame as a time frame where we can look at its trend. Okay, so which means that kalau sekarang kita lihat kat daily, kita tahu peratus yang menguntungkan, persen profitable juga dikatakan sebagai peratus yang menguntungkan, iaitu adalah sebanyak 64.57%. Dia melebihi 50%, which is very good. Betul tak? Okay, bagus. Dia ada terima, dia memenuhi syarat. Okay, that's first. Kedua ni kita pergi kepada weekly dulu. Kita pergi kepada weekly, tapi ini untuk Bollinger Band. Pertama Bollinger Band strategi. Okay, kita pergi kepada weekly, kita tengok 56.76%. Okay, melebihi 50% juga. Very good, memenuhi syarat. Okay, kalau kita pergi ke monthly, kita melihat yang bahawa dia adalah 40%. So according to our SOP, adalah penting untuk anda sebenarnya ada RSI strategi anda juga melebihi 50%, dan juga Bollinger Band Strategy Tester anda juga mengatakan 50% juga. Kalau anda mendapatkan 40%, makanya anda dah tahu dah dekat sini yang your monthly time frame can't be used for the trend. Okay, cannot be used for the trend. Okay, so because it doesn't meet the requirement of 50% and above. Yeah, 50% is also still not very strong. Ya, masih tidak kuat lagi, sekurang-kurangnya melebihi 50%. Okay, that's the first thing. Now sekarang ni kita dah tengok untuk Bollinger Band Strategy Tester. Now we'll be looking at RSS Strategy Tester. Let's change this to RSS Strategy. Okay, so we will start back with daily. For daily, we can see it's about 66.67%. Very good. Yeah, because at daily, even the Bollinger Band Strategy Tester was also above 50%. Okay, so if we look at the weekly, it's about 56.25%. Also very good because it's above 50% as well. So for monthly, we don't need to see lah. Because, but still, you know, we can actually see just for the sake of seeing. So if you see, it's about 0%. Okay, so we know from here, kita dah tahu dah dekat sini, yang memang monthly time frame tidak boleh digunakan. Okay, we cannot base on its trend, basically, yeah, for the monthly. Okay, but speaking here quite frankly, okay, for this trend, okay, if we look at our technical analysis currently, okay, our technical analysis for our linear regression is more supporting towards the downtrend, followed by the RSS strategy tester and also the Bollinger Band strategy tester. And if we look at our technical indicators, which is said in the daily and also our weekly, is actually supporting more towards the strong buy. So now we are still actually having a contradiction on where we should follow. Di mana sebenarnya kita perlu ikut. Okay. Kalau kita lihat pada perkara ini ya, perkara ini pertamanya adalah penting untuk kita mengikut kepada fundamental analysis kita. Okay. If let's say you are using for intraday trading, it is very important for you to follow your fundamental analysis. So as kita tahu, kalau kita menyokong lebih kepada technical analysis saja, makanya sebenarnya perkara ini tidak akan membantu dalam trade anda. It is very important, adalah penting untuk anda selarikan fundamental analysis dan juga technical analysis. Maksudnya kalau fundamental analysis anda kata untuk bullish, makanya technical analysis anda juga haruslah bullish sebenarnya. Okay, so seperti yang kita bincangkan tadi, kita tahu yang bahawa fundamental analysis kita lebih menyokong kepada buy sebenarnya ya. Jadi kalau kita melihat kepada perkara ini, makanya apa yang berlaku di sini adalah kita seharusnya melihat kepada support point kita. Okay, kita haruslah melihat kepada support point kita di daily, weekly dan juga monthly. Mesti ada orang tanya saya kan, kalau macam tu, kalau kita ikut fundamental analysis saja, kenapa kita nak pergi tengok Bollinger Band strategy tester, kita nak tengok RSS strategy tester, kita nak tengok linear regression di daily dan juga weekly? Yeah, it's a totally a wasting time, isn't it? Right? We can just go with the technical, you know, we can just go with a technical indicator, which basically says a strong buy, and then the weekly is also saying a buy. Very monthly, we don't need to see that, yeah. Because we have two time frames which are supporting buy, and then our you know our fundamental analysis also saying buy. We can just focus on buy. Yes, that's absolutely true. Tapi, but in case if you have something like, if your fundamental analysis is basically bearish at that time, yeah, it is very important to actually know very frankly what is your technical indicator, what is your technical analysis is basically indicating. So when we are using the percent profitable, when we are using the linear regression, when we are actually using the technical indicators, we are basically getting more confirmation. Kita sebenarnya tengah mendapatkan lebih confirmation sebenarnya. Ya. Anda akan tahu, you will know the strategy well when you practice it. Yeah, you will know the strategy well when you basically practice it. And another thing is why I said this is because You know, earlier kita ada buat satu fundamental range. Okay, fundamental range yang kita buat adalah di antara 1749.07 sehingga 1756.42. Jadi ada orang tanya saya, boleh ke sebenarnya range di sini sebenarnya kurang daripada fundamental range, okey, ataupun melebihi fundamental range? Jawapan dia adalah betul, boleh. Perkara itu boleh berlaku. Tapi kalau kita melihat kepada technical analysis, makanya sebenarnya kita tahu di mana sebenarnya point yang penting untuk kita masuk sebenarnya, ya, where we should basically enter. And no matter what it is, you will still actually reach up to the day's range. Yeah, because no matter where the market is, the market will still have to come back to the day's range. Okay, so if you look at the daily currently, if we know that our fundamental analysis is focusing more towards buy, and based on this confirmation, based on our technical indicators, okay, which are also showing us a strong buy, basically, percent profitable is actually based on RSI and also Bollinger Band strategy tester, yeah? Okay, which is actually using more towards RSI and Bollinger Band. As we know here also we have a RSI, okay, only that we don't have a Bollinger Band strategy tester. So the reason why a strategy tester is being used, kenapa strategy tester digunakan? Strategy tester adalah satu cara untuk anda sebenarnya mengukurkan trend anda. Ya, strategy tester akan digunakan untuk mengukurkan trend anda. Ya, jadi kalau sekiranya anda melihat kepada linear regression, anda melihat kepada semua ya technical indicator ni yang ditunjukkan, ini sebenarnya ada correlation, ada correlation di antara mereka sebenarnya. Ya, sebenarnya tapi strategi tester itu adalah melebihi daripada technical indicator. It is more than a technical indicator because it is actually playing with the drawdown. It is basically playing with the percent profitable. It is having a lot of a lot of trades, yeah, which actually using that particular strategy tester alone. So when we are using Bollinger Band strategy and we are using the RSI strategy, which means that actually we are actually strengthening our trade in technical analysis. Yeah. I know that this is above. This is a little bit slightly a bit up and down. But tapi sekiranya kalau kita dah biasa dengan teknik ini, kalau kita ikut SOP ini, nescaya kita akan selamat di dalam market. Ya, nescaya kita akan selamat. Ya. So I have a question, Cikgu, where we can enter buy today? Okay, that's a very good question. Where we can enter buy today? Okay, for buy, we go for the daily time frame. Why we go for daily time frame is because we are focusing on intraday. Maksudnya kita hari ini fokus kepada intraday, jadi kita akan menggunakan daily time frame. Okay, di mana anda sebenarnya melihat kepada support point pertama anda, ya, berdasarkan kepada current market. Kalau current market anda kat mana? Tengok. Current market anda di 1752, assuming there is 1752. So you will have to wait at 1734.89 where you can actually place a pending order. Okay, you can place a pending order at 1734.89. Okay, and where will you actually take profit? Okay, you can take profit at 1744.62. Okay, your pivot point will be the place where you will actually take profit. Okay, and where would be your stop loss? Okay, your stop loss will basically be at support 2, which will be at 1728.89. Okay, so this is where actually you look at your stop loss, you look at your entry, and also you look at your pivot points. Okay, so based on this, okay, berdasarkan yang ni sebenarnya, okay, anda sebenarnya mengikut kepada apa yang akan berlaku dalam sehari. Ini adalah teknik for one day. Tapi kalau ada orang tanya saya, boleh tak kita sebenarnya take profit dekat time frame yang lagi kecil? Contohnya kita nak pergi untuk time frame 1755 ke apa ke, kan? For example, the answer is can. Tak ada masalah. Ya, tak ada masalah if you want to go for a much lower time frame. Okay, for your take profit. But however, since I tested this and I found that actually for intraday, I think it's better to actually stick with the daily. Yeah. Saya ada try juga sebelum ni ya, sebab I have said it previously, saya ada cakap sebelum ni yang bahawa kita boleh pergi dengan time frame kecil tak ada masalah. Dan kemungkinan besar untuk dia sampai ke time frame kecil ada probability yang tinggi. Tapi cuma saya buat testing untuk 5 trade saja. 5 trade. Out of 5 trade, 3 trade menang, 2 trade kalah. Jadi saya sebenarnya fikirkan juga sebab saya tak ada I didn't have much time in order to test that particular trade again. Because if I manage to test the trade again, I can actually confirm the probability. Because for now saya tak test lagi untuk time frame yang kecil. So, jadi kalau macam tu, apa yang kita boleh buat ialah kita fokus dulu kat daily sebenarnya, di mana kita sebenarnya ambil di pivot point sebenarnya of 1744.62 ya. Tapi kalau seminggu 2 minggu at least 1 to 2 weeks if in case if we find that that the smaller time frame is much more efficient for the take profit then what we could do is that we can likely just go for it. We can likely just go for it. Yeah. So for now, actually, this is one of the most simplest way, I think. I don't know if it's really simpler way or not. But I feel that because for people yang orang yang tak suka guna graf ke, tak suka tengok carta dan sebagainya, ini adalah satu cara yang anda boleh tengok sebenarnya, anda boleh fahamkan sebenarnya supaya sebenarnya anda boleh trade di dalam market. Yeah, this is one of the way. Yeah. Question? So how much minimum we need to trade on gold? Okay, well, this is actually based on your equity, but however, usually we suggest you to trade for minimum lot, which would be at 0.01. Yeah, I always suggest people to actually use 0.01. However, if you have a substantial equity, then maybe you can actually go even for 0.05, basically. Yeah, but suggestible, I would suggest for risk management and money management, you can go for 0.01. Maybe if you mean the capital. Oh, how much minimum we need to trade on gold? Well, I think you can trade for minimum of 25 USD. Yeah, if in case if you are placing if you're doing the new registration, minimum is 25 USD, and we have 100% bonus for you, which will actually give you about 50 USD. Yeah, so with that you can actually go with the trade. Yeah, you can trade gold itself. Yeah. 50 USD would do. Yeah. In case you want to put it much more higher, it's up to you. Yes, doctor, you want to say something?
I want to ask, we deposit like $100,
Okay.
and we follow like this strategy. So the SL is around $7.
Yes. Yes, correct. Yeah.
$7 in gold is a lot.
Yes, very true.
And
Yeah. Yes, that's very true, doctor. Yeah. But however, doctor, I have something to tell you. Usually, sir, either you can actually cut loss, okay? Either you can actually cut loss, or maybe you can actually do for stop loss. Yeah. So how do I actually say this is that usually from this strategy, I have never seen it actually coming to stop loss so far. That's true because I have been practicing this for the past 1 year, actually, doctor. So my winning percentage is about 80 to 85% for this strategy. Yeah. But in case if you really feel that it's a lot for $7, then the best thing that you can do is that you can actually only place it for 30 pips, 20 to 30 pips only for your stop loss, basically. So that means you don't have much much loss in case if it retraces back to the point, actually, doctor. Yeah. So please tell me.
actually, this strategy, I really like it, and it's super easy, and we really can understand. Like,
Yes,
okay, me,
yes, yeah, yes. I took some time actually to really discover this.
at the day,
Yeah,
right? We
yeah,
look at the time frame at the S1 pivot points, and that's it, right?
yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and most importantly is that if you know where your fundamental analysis, like for example, as I showed just now, if you know how to go with your schedule news, just read your schedule news a little bit. and then just go for at least 1 to 2 news. Yeah, 1 to 2 news you understand in investing.com, and that's it. Yeah, for coincident news, doctor, is something that we cannot control. Yeah, coincident news is something that will happen suddenly. Yeah, so this is one of the problem that we have in in trading, actually, where things can happen. Yeah, but however, our best assurance is that we have to ensure that we can trade safely. Yeah, that's why, doctor, I always give actually a fundamental range. So my fundamental range usually is very less, actually, and many people tell me that why my fundamental range is actually very less. The reason why I do this is because I have to be very sure that you are actually going to make profit within that range. Ya, saya harus pastikan yang anda semua sebenarnya memang dapat profit dalam range tersebut. Because kalau if in case it goes out of the range, it goes out of the range, or maybe something happens, so like I would feel bad, I would really feel bad, actually. So that's why I don't I always try whatever range that is possible to be given to people. So that is the range that I actually suggest to people in order for them to trade, so that is much safer. It's better to have low profit but consistent profit. Yeah, so with consistent profit you will be able to grow for a long time. Yeah, so if you use this strategy, basically I can so far 80 to 85%. If it's really good for intraday trading, then I would suggest everyone to actually use this strategy, basically, because this is one of the way, like some people usually like to look at chart. It depends on you. It totally depends on what kind of person we are. If let's say we like to look at the chart, then we look at the chart. We can put in RSI, we can put the stochastic, we can put the MACD. It's all totally up to you. But in case if you are someone that don't like to see too much chart, then the best way is that to just go with investing.com, because here you already have almost 7 plus 3 already 10, 11. Yeah, you already have almost 11 indicators to help you, and then I'm also adding in another one more indicator, and then I'm also actually adding the Bollinger Band strategy and also the strategy tester, which means that we already have a very strong technical analysis which is actually going on in. It looks very simple because we don't use all the technical indicators on the chart, but however, it's already covering all of it. Yeah. Maksudnya kita dah cover lebih daripada 11 indikator di atas chart sebenarnya. Ya. Jadi sebenarnya nampak macam kita nampak linear regression sebenarnya turun, linear regression naik dan sebagainya, and only the Bollinger Band strategy tester we are focusing at a percent profitable. It looks like very, but actually it's already covering all of it. Yeah. So that's why yes, doctor, you would like to say something?
Okay, Cikgu, what if the price does not come back to the retrace point today?
Okay, in case if it did not come to the retrace point today, that means it won't actually touch that point. Okay, this is another thing that I have to tell you regarding on this intraday trading. Okay, there are chances for it to actually reach at that point, at the support point, and also at the pivot point. The chances are very high for it to actually reach at the support one and also to reach at the pivot point. However, there are also possibility that it would not reach. Yeah. So if it does not reach, that means there would be no any intraday for today. Yeah, intraday trading for today. Because why I say this is because usually in 1 week, you can try this for 1 week, this strategy. At least in 5 days, you will realize that maybe 3 or 4 days only, you will have it touching your pending order, doctor. This is because, doctor, as I said, because I am actually focusing more towards safety, doctor. So when you actually, yes, boleh, just cancel the pending order. If let's say you're going for the next day, jadi kalau kurangnya kalau pergi next day, cancel pending order tu. Kalau tak kena, cancel pending order tu, wait for the next day. Yes. Sebab if it touches the pending order, it will definitely close at the pivot point. Yeah, this is based on the observation. But if it doesn't touch the pending order, we should be thankful on that day. Yeah, because why? Because why? This is actually made in order for safety purpose, and this is for a long-term trading actually. Yeah. So if in case you see that things are like things are like pending order after 12 o'clock at night usually. Yeah, after 12 o'clock at night, if in case it doesn't actually touches the pending order, you close it. You just close it. Yeah. You wait for the next day and then you place it back. Yeah. So at least in a week, it will be about 3 to 4 days, doctor. Yeah.
So cikgu, sekarang kita tunggu dia touch back 1734.
Yes, you are right. 1734.89. So you will open the pending order for buy and then it will retrace back up to the pivot point at 174482. Yeah. In case if it comes down or something, okay, like as you said, if you would like to cut the loss, as I told you, you can use at least 30 to 40 pips lah. Okay, depending on you. Okay. And then likely you wait for it to retrace back to the pivot point, which would be at 1744.62. Yeah. So in case if we reach at 1744.62, if you place a pending order, you place the take profit. So there's nothing to worry. You already get your profit for the day. Yes.
So basically, if our stop loss like $7-8, and the pivot points, which is the take profit, also kurang lebih lah $7.
Yes. Yeah. So actually regarding on this, for the stop loss, yes, it's true actually. I feel yes, the stop loss is actually the pips is very high actually, yeah. But however, usually, if let's say it's coming down also to that point, there are possibility it can retrace back. Yeah, I've seen times where even if before it coming to support 2 actually, it will even actually retrace back before the support 2 actually happens. So in that case, in case before reaching the support 2, it retraces back, it will definitely go back to the pivot point. So the chances of it actually retracing back to the pivot point is actually very, very high. That's why this trade has the chances of about 80 to 85% in order to win, because they already actually see the pattern actually. Yeah. So because some people they like to cut loss or they like to stop loss at a very early stage actually. So sometimes we just have to give it some time. Yeah. Correct. Go slowly makan SL dan baru follow direction. Exactly. Exactly. Betul. Sebab tu kadang-kadang kita kena letak SL tu kena apa? Kena sedikit ni lah. Kena sedikit lebih sikit. Kalau tengok ni bergantung kepada anda. This is depending on you. What kind of trader you are. Like for me basically like how Cesare said, yeah, I do understand because I face this usually. Because I want to maintain the risk management. So for me actually, I know that once it touches the stop loss and then suddenly it retraces back and it goes up, then I will be thinking, oh my god, why didn't I wait much more longer a little, before it can actually retrace back, right? If I would have waited, I would have actually reached my take profit. So, but it didn't happen. Yeah, it didn't really happen in that way. So when it didn't happen that way, I will actually lose more, and this will actually affect my margin. So the only best way what I can do is that if I know that if I know that this is roughly the points that it is likely to retrace, yeah. If I have the confirmation that it will definitely retrace back to my pivot point, no matter what, because my pivot point is one of the strong support and resistance points that we can actually look into since it's actually a daily, yeah. So which means that I'm safe, yeah. I can ensure that my probability to be safe is actually higher, yeah, at the daily. So that's why actually, I have no worries when I enter according to this strategy. Yeah. So for now, I'm okay. I think it's working. Yeah, because I already tested this for almost 1 year. It's working for me. And in case if it doesn't reach, kalau dia tak sampai, makanya baguslah kalau dia tak sampai. Kalau dia tak sampai tu, maksudnya selamatlah. Ya, selamatlah hari tu. Ya, we are safe. Okay, kita kena bersyukur. Yeah. Yes, doctor.
Okay, Shigo. So what is the best time to do this? I mean, do this analysis. Is it in the morning? Is it when? I mean,
Okay, the best time is during our class time, actually. Yeah, the best time is during our class time. It's usually in the morning. You can actually much better if you can do it around 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock, basically. So, like usually our class is basically starting at 10:30. So, like me, I already do my analysis before our class actually. So, by right, that analysis that I do is actually based on one day. So, the technique that I showed is also for one day. So, we can use this for the whole day actually. Yeah, but the best is always to do it around morning from between 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Yes.
so Shigu, let's say now if we want to perform this order, if we have like liquidity like 100 USD,
Mhm.
that we put like 0.01, is it okay, or we can increase it?
I think you can try with 0.01. I think that's good enough if you would like to test it. Since I think it's your first time, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's the first time. Yeah, maybe you can try it. Yeah, it's okay. You can just try with 0.01 first. And then if once you have, a bit confident, then you can play 0.02. You can even go for 0.05. And maybe once you're more confident, then one day you can even play a one lot also. Yeah.
Wow, but it depends on the liquidity, right?
It depends on the liquidity. Yes.
So is
Depends
it
on.
there any standard like, okay, for 100 USD the lot size must be like this, 200 the lot size must be like this? Is there any?
Okay. Well, actually, I would say yes, that's true because that is considered under the money management, basically, where you have a specific lot size. So, in case if you are going for like if let's say your equity is about 100 USD, then it is very much suggestible to actually place for 0.01 actually. Yeah, for 0.01. In case if you have an equity which is above how to say like 300 USD, then you can actually go for 0.02. Yeah. So this is where actually they always ensure that they have the lot management actually. If you have like from between 500 to above 1000, then it's much more suggestible for you to use 0.05. Yeah. But I know some people will tell me that the lot size sometimes is more, maybe the lot size is a bit less, yeah. But this is all actually depending on the trader themselves actually. But I would say that if let's say you are trying this for the first time, then I would suggest you to actually only use 0.01. No matter what your equity is, I know it's above 500 USD, but then I would suggest you to try it first because opportunity is always there. Opportunity is always there. Yeah. So you can try first. If once you are really very confident that this is actually working for you, then you can actually go for 0.02, you can go for 0.05. Yeah. I would suggest the max is 0.05, not more than that. Yeah.
So do you, Shigu, do you agree to use the layer like if the price jato, we open one more layer? Is it a good strategy to use the layer?
The layer. Oh, the layer. Yes, it's a good strategy to use, but I would say that because for me, I only trade based on intraday basically. So I only actually so far I only focus on only one trade usually in a day. So in case if you want to go for layering, if you want to go for layering, you can try also for layering. But however, very much suggested that you have to know where actually the price is going to actually retrace back before it is actually reaching the pivot point. So far, I didn't do any much observation on the retracement because I was more focused towards where actually the price will be actually heading to. But however, since that is your question basically, so I will try to actually search where would actually be the next point actually. Because so far as I've noticed, basically on the graph, it will usually actually spike. Usually what I will get is that it will spike or maybe it will actually slow down before it can actually reach to the pivot point. That is the points that usually I see. So very less retracement actually when you come in between the spot and also the pivot point actually. Yeah. So unless if you want, if you really want, doctor, So it's better you just place one time lah. That means you just place one time. If in case if you are placing for 0.2, sorry 0.02 or 0.2, basically depending on you, doctor. So then you can just actually let it let it just spike to the pure point. Yeah.
Chingu, thank you very much. I really impressed with your class.
Yeah, I'm happy actually. I'm really happy that you are impressed basically. And I'm trying my level best in actually to make trading very easy. Actually, I really want to make trading easy for people because I have seen many times that people actually say that trading is very difficult. They are having difficulty in order to understand the concepts and everything. So I personally feel that these are the problems that we can address actually. Yeah. So I try my best in order to ensure, that what I found out is that some people they do not like to look at the chart. So then what I did was I find something that would be equivalent to the chart actually. So the one of the thing that I got was actually from the investing.com. And then I also noticed that, some people they don't like to trade all the time, right? Because some of them they will be very busy, they don't have time, to actually move around and all. So they need something, that okay, let's go for the what my fundamental analysis say, what my technical analysis say, and just go with one time, just play it one time and that's it. No worries. People want something, that has a very high probability of winning. And at the same time, people want something that, that they don't have to look at the graph many times actually. So in case if the day doesn't turn out well, for example, so it's okay, it's fine. But at least we have, yeah, we have that, the probability here, the probability of it, yeah, the probability of it winning, yeah, more than actually losing. Yeah. And yes, we should be careful with the news also, especially during the US election. Yes, this is absolutely correct. Because this happens, this happens suddenly. Yeah, this happens suddenly. Yes, doctor, you raised your hand.
And Chingu, what will happen if it retraces back to our support level to enter the position, but it goes to the second level support, which is 1728, and touch our SL, and then go back to the pivot points? So
Okay, that's a very good question. That's a very good question. In case if it happens, that is a very sorry day actually. Yeah, it's a very sorry day. But so far, I can give a big guarantee lah, doctor lah. This is based on my technical analysis and based on my technical understanding. So far, when we actually look at the support, yeah, it's very difficult usually it to actually penetrate to support two. Yeah, because what happens is that I do understand that it has the probability in order to go to the support two, but however, very less that it will usually touch at the support two and also support three. That actually happens in case if any coincident news comes in. Yeah. So especially as Cesare said, that we have to ensure that if let's say during the US session where the US market will actually working, there are chances that some particular news will actually come in. Yeah. But however, as we have actually seen based on our fundamental news that we have, based on our schedule, based on our current fundamental factors, and we do not have much coincident news in order to support, that it is likely to reach its support to, which means that it's supporting more towards the increase of the gold, which means that we can actually rest assured that this is the way that we can use. Yeah, like it's something like, how do I say this? Okay, like doctor, like for example, we are going to, like exactly we're going to Perak, for example. So when we are going to Perak, for example, we know already, we already clear already, there is no any congestion. Yeah, it's likely, even the matter, even the the Jabatan Cuaca, even they say, okay, no problem. Today we won't have any, any raining season for today. And then also, we know, that this is a new road, basically no problem with the road, basically, yeah. And also, other than that, we know that there will be very less cars which will be likely to move on the road. So that means we already try our level best to ensure that that it's going to be fine for the day. Yeah. we already know it's going to be fine per day. But in case, in case if something else comes up, that is a very unfortunate thing, actually. Yes, doctor.
Sorry, I asked so many questions.
No problem. I'm totally okay. Yeah.
Chigu, is it safe to place a pending order now, or we just monitor the chart to reach to our interposition?
Okay. For now, actually, as we can see, okay, our current market that we have is at about 1757, 1757. So if we use 1757, so we have to actually, okay, our support one is at 1734. So which means that we have a range here. We have a range that we can, we can place the pending order actually. It's very important first and foremostly in order to see where is our current market and also see where is our support point. If you feel that the distance, regarding on the pips, the number of this one, usually that is not very much specified, basically. But if you, if you feel that it is above this range or something, or it's lower this range, like what I mean to say is that if you feel that like it's not proper for you to actually enter the pending order at this time, so it's better you not entering at this time. But how do you actually ensure that whether it's proper or it's not proper to enter? Because based on what I see, here is that I know that my current market is basically at 1748, for example. Yeah, 1748, for example. So if I know it's at 1748, I actually have to wait for it to come at 1734. As we know, 48 and 34, it's just a very steep, and it's likely that the volatility is also high. It's very fast in order for it to reach, or it could be very slow in order to reach. But main thing is that we are actually waiting only at the support one in order for it to retrace back to the pivot point. So that means, to be very frank, we can enter right now. Yeah, there's no problem. We can enter 1734.89 for the support one. And then we can just put our take profit at 1744.62. Yeah. So, doctor, you want to ask something? Yeah, please ask me. Yeah, I do understand. I do understand that question, doctor. Because of course, people usually have the concern. Yes, they do have the concern. Like, well, it's too near, and then how it's going to be, that immediately during that period of time, it's like it's going to spike, or whether it's going to really reach the pivot point, or maybe it's going to retrace back to the spot too. Yes, there are some of the questions that is supposed to be asked. That's a very, very good question. But so far, if you go to the support one, usually the chances for it to go to the support two is actually very, very less. Yeah, based on the observation which is being done. But if it touches the support two, then it is actually a very unfortunate day. Yeah. But however, based on the previous analysis which is being done, the chances for it to reach support 2 is actually very low, where it actually higher likely to actually reach the pivot point much more faster than it can actually reach the support 2. Maybe I know that this strategy that is being created is very different from the other strategies which are being created, because what usually happens is that most people, they will actually take the lower time frames, and also they will actually check along with the higher time frames as well, in order for them to know where actually the current market is actually basically heading to. Because we do not know what actually happened in the lower time frame actually, because the lower time frame can go up, can go down. It's very volatile at the much lower time frame. But the thing is that because since we are actually trading more towards the intraday, I have actually excluded all the lower time frames, and just ensure that that we focus only to the daily, to the weekly, and also monthly, because I am actually touching more towards the longer run. Yeah, basically I'm going for a much longer run. So when I'm going for a much longer run, which means that I'm actually focusing that it must touch wherever I want it to be, basically. So somehow it has to come at the support one, and it has to take profit at the pivot point. Yes, Dr. Raman, you still have a question? You please ask me.
Chigo, is it possible to get benefit from the Turon? Like means if we wait until 1760 and
Okay.
then we take the down school till
Okay. Yes, yeah, okay, that's a very good question. That is a very, very good question. That means before you actually place the buy, you would like to place sell. Okay, that's a very good question. Okay, I would say yes, you can do that, but I personally, I tell you, because why, I'm more towards a person of a risk management person. Okay, I'm more towards a risk management person. In case if it doesn't retrace there and it keeps going up, basically, then there is higher likely that the loss is there. Yeah, there is higher likely the loss is there. That's why I actually earlier, I have actually suggested, if in case that if it doesn't reach your pending order, you will be much more safer. Basically, you will be much more safer, because the main thing what we are looking here is that we are looking for a consistent trade. We are looking for a trade which has a very high probability to reach at its pivot point. Which means that we want to have profit. Yeah, we want to have profit. If we don't have profit on that day, we make sure that we don't have loss. Yeah. So when we don't have loss, which means that we are much more safe. So usually in 1 week, as I said, I think maybe Cesare might have tried, maybe L might have tried. Yeah, we have another one more student, which is known as L. So usually what happens is that we can see that within the 1 week, we have about 5 days in order to trade for gold. But likely in that 5 days, only 4 or 3 days, yeah, you must go with the trend to be safe. Yes, we must go with the trend to be safe. Yes, that is the whole point. Actually, that is the overall point. When we know our news is basically already saying that, we can also check with our technical indicators here, basically, which is very good. But we are doing extra checks with the linear regression. We are also doing with the percent profitable and everything, basically. So what is most important is that no matter what in this strategy, your fundamental analysis is very, very important. Because if you don't include your fundamental analysis, which means that your technical analysis would definitely be wrong. And in case if you don't actually synchronize your fundamental analysis and your technical analysis, which means there is a contradiction. When there is a contradiction, which means that it's better not to trade, basically. But the most importantly is because we still have to find a way about how we can trade actually. Because based on the fundamental today, as we can see, we have seen that that economic recession is basically happening around the world. It is very hard for us in order for us to actually predict the market about where the direction of the market is basically heading to. We can't be very sure actually, because you see, doctor, if you realize one thing, most of the analysts, even they are from the best analysts. Sometimes whatever they predict related to CPI, whatever they predict related to BPI, whatever they predict related to PMI, is not 100% accurate. If we realize that later on that the result will always be opposite from whatever they have actually forecasted. So this actually shows that when they are actually predicting, when they're actually predicting something, they are just predicting something based on the information that they have. But there are no guarantee that it is actually going to be according to that, according to whatever that they have forecasted. Yeah. So for me, I think because like this fundamental analysis is actually consisting of many things. Because like this is actually a very basic way in order for us to actually look and also for us to trade. But there is a more specific ways that we can go. Example, we can go with the economic indicators where we look at the GDP of the country, we can look at the GNI of the country, but that all will actually consume a lot of time. Yeah, that would actually consume a lot of time. You have to go through the histograms, the bar charts, the graphs, and everything. That's a lot actually. Yeah. So it's good. It's good to know. Yeah, I would say that it's very good to know. Yeah, as much information that you have is good. Yeah. But people, as I said, as I have actually addressed here, some of the problems that people have. People usually they do not have much time in order to go through a lot of news. So most importantly is that if they can focus on the scheduled news, and if they can focus on either 1 to 2 news in the investing.com, that would be good enough. That would be really good enough. And using this strategy, if you know what are your 3 time frames are doing, and you are focusing on your intraday, just see what is the percent profitable, and if you think that this is aligned with your fundamental analysis, then just go ahead. Yeah, place it in case your fundamental analysis is showing you more towards the resistant one, which means that it's showing you more towards the sell, which is the bearish. So then you just go with your resistant one and you take profit still at your pivot point. Yeah, you take profit still at your pivot point. That means why I said that to take at a pivot point, because the higher chances of it to actually reach at the pivot point is very high. Actually, it's very high. So before it actually reaches back to the support tool, it is very high likely for it to actually reach to the pivot point, which will actually ensure that that we will be able to profit more compared to our losses. This is what actually I noticed, doctor. Yeah. Yeah, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. Ya, today hari ini sebenarnya saya memberikan satu satu penerangan ya. Ya, tapi lanjut ya tentang apa yang sebenarnya teknik ini sebenarnya. Jadi saya sebenarnya melihat yang bahawa teknik ini sebenarnya boleh digunakan, tak ada masalah. Dan lagi satu, kalau sekiranya anda sebenarnya buat teknik scalping teknik scalping sebenarnya dia lebih kepada technical indicators yang lain. Kalau untuk technical scalping, saya akan tunjukkan untuk esok lah. Ya, saya akan tunjukkan untuk esok kalau boleh. Kalau saya berada di sini ya, saya akan tunjukkan untuk esok. Dan saya akan terangkan juga bagaimana kita boleh gunakan technical untuk indikator untuk scalping tu, dan kemudian kita boleh buat profit lah sebanyak 30 ke 40 pips di dalam market. Okay, this is for tomorrow. So currently I'm open to question and answer session. If you have any question and answer session, boleh tanya saya. If not, then I will end the class for today. So Cesare, you have any question? Dr. Raman, you have any question? No, no question. Very clear. Okay, that's great. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Raman. Thank you, Cesare. Thank you very much. Yeah. Basically, it's fun. It's really fun actually. Yeah. Trading is very fun. Yeah. Yeah, do not take it, as it's something very complicated or anything. Yeah. But in case if anything, if in case if anything that you notice, in this particular trend, if you feel that it's not properly or it's not meeting its requirement or anything, you can always message me as well. Yeah, you can always message me, and I will be able to actually guide you step by step. Yeah. So I think we are good. Yeah, we are really good. And it should work well. It should work well. So most importantly is to check also at the at this news, at the US session. Of course, thank you very much, Cesare. Okay, and then where is the this one, and then you go to the news, okay, to actually check over here. As you can see currently that we do not have any news currently. So that means that we are still on the par with our analysis. Okay. So in case if you see anything within that period of time also, so then you can actually be alerted as well. So for today, I'm actually creating a video. I'll be creating a video shortly. So I will be posting on the YouTube as well. So you all can actually check my videos over there, where I will actually give you the fundamental analysis, the fundamental range, and also the technical analysis for one day. So in case if there's any updates, I will also update the video. If not, then you all already get all the information for today already. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Yeah. May you have a good day. I'm very happy to have all of you here. Keep supporting us for our education. And you're most welcome. All of you are most welcome, and have a great day. Bye.